Today I'm going to be speaking with Troy Denia, who's the Chief Operating Officer at BitCashPay, a project that we've talked about before. Troy, it's great to speak to you today.
Hello, David. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, so I mean, to start with, let's talk a little bit about what is BitCashPay all about? What is the project? What do you do?
BitCashPay is actually an all-in-one DeFi platform. If anyone's familiar with cryptocurrency and the latest trend today, uh, actually, it's not the latest trend, but one of the coolest and hottest trend today, which is DeFi. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to integrate a lot of applications, especially when we talk about day-to-day financial transactions into this platform.
And when you talk about applications, what types of applications are we talking about?
Right now, we are almost close to the staking feature, staking platform, and later on, we will also adapt or just maybe add the lending and the borrowing platform, saving platform. And on top of that, we also have this LP pool staking. I mean, these are commonly seen in many of the projects out there, but they are separate. Like one project is focused on staking, one project is focused on lending, and so Bitcash Pay is trying to accommodate all these applications, all these features into this one whole platform.
Can you talk a little bit about the Launchpad? How does the Launchpad work, and how does that integrate everything?
All right. Actually, the launch pad is not in the original roadmap, but as we can see it today, today's trend, there are a lot of participants in recent IDOs wherein the required tokens or the required amount in dollars or USDT is so high, and we wanted the opportunity for many people, many participants to get this opportunity. And one more thing is that some of these launch pads who had started earlier, they had this lottery ticket. And so not everyone who is taking on their platform has the opportunity. Whereas uh, some of the trends right now is that there is a guaranteed allocation. And that is also what we are trying to offer in the future, wherein those who are staking and taking part in the project or launchpad will have a guaranteed allocation for these new projects to come and take part in our launchpad programs.
In terms of the roadmap, you mentioned that the Launchpad was not originally in the roadmap, but that it is
Yes,
something
yes.
you're not working on. Where are you now in the roadmap?
Well, I can quite say we are still early in the roadmap. I mean, it's just probably 2 months after we launch on our launchpad in Trust on TrustSwap launchpad, and we are just finishing the app right now. We have the Android and iOS app, and it will soon be out there in the market, and along with its staking feature. And what people can see really is that we have a lot of developments going on, like the 3D game, like the Launchpad, and we have the Crypto Academy, we have the BCP Cooperative, so much and so forth. And actually, we are thinking that maybe if there will be another trend in the future in the cryptocurrency space, we will be accommodating it and as much as possible so that the community will have many options where they can use their tokens and yeah, where they think they fit in this category.
Can you talk a little bit about the Crypto Academy? How can the community participate in the Crypto Academy?
All right. The Crypto Academy is like an education system wherein we will be targeting those people who are interested in not really investing, but learning about blockchain and cryptocurrency in general,
Hmm.
because a lot of people are FOMOing into this trading system, and what happens is they lose a lot of money, and the problem lies in not actually in the platform, but there are plenty of scams out there, and we wanted them to avoid that. That's one way. And through this academy, education about on investing, and also, as we all know, there are many other ways to earn in cryptocurrency, not only investing. I mean, some people are doing their dev jobs, I mean IT jobs, and investing is just one way of earning from it. And so we wanted to encourage people to educate themselves and to educate other people as well, so that there will be a strong community in which we can avoid these scams, and we can all share and integrate the benefits of crypto into the real world processes.
Talk a little bit about SEC registration. This is an interesting thing, and it's a big thing.
Yes, yes.
Where in the process are you?
Uh, we actually have the license right now, but I'm not sure if it is already public. But the site registration is already done. I think that's an initial step
Hmm.
on the progress of the team. And the reason why we have to register, of course, for legal issues, because in the future there will be more licenses to come. I mean, we have to acquire more licenses so that we may be able to accommodate some fiat to crypto transactions. And I think that's what the country or any government is trying to do. They have to control and check if these transactions are not used in uh, other dealings that are illegal,
Mm.
or how can I say, underhanded. And they have to make it sure that those transactions are legit, you know. And we have to comply with the government rules. And there are a lot of countries right now who have different sets of laws, and their states are so different. And so we have also to adjust depending on their laws in different countries, because that's what we are going to do in the future.
What do you think is the future of the regulation of crypto? I mean, because that's kind of the issue, which is because it can flow from one country to another, many governments are kind of grappling with how do we regulate this? Do you have a point of view as to what the future of regulation will look like?
For cryptocurrency and adoption, I think most of the governments are wanting to make sure, number one, that their citizens are properly being accommodated in the crypto space. They're not being fished, they're not being scammed. You know, there are a lot of phishing activities, there are a lot of uh, Ponzi schemes right now, pyramid schemes right now. And I think that's one of the things that the governments in any other countries are preventing. And number two, um, I think some of the governments right now are also ready. They are, they are at their feet in trying to understand how can they integrate blockchain into the economy. Whereas, as we know in the crypto space, everything can be integrated into the real life. And I do believe one way or another, will the governments will allow, or they will handle cryptocurrency in the way that they think is best for their community, for their citizen.
Can you talk a little bit about the BCP token? Where does the token fit into the ecosystem and what can it be used for?
The BCP token is actually a payment system. So, with regards to the other features, on the roadmaps, on the stated on the roadmap, we have a lot of features them, like the staking. So, I mean, some of the coins will be locked there, and it will generate another set of coins. And then there will also be LP pool farming. There will be a 3D game in which, as we know, there will be some burning mechanism happening there. And one of the things that we wanted to happen actually is that These tokens will be used in our daily activities, such as buying a load. I don't know if it's applicable in the US, but uh, in most Asian countries, we purchase. We have a pre-registered load, and so we have to use them.
Hmm.
And gasoline stations, fast food deliveries, and most of the transactions right now, because of the pandemic, are going online. So I think it's a good trajectory towards the project and in any other project. In fact, if I haven't mentioned, the Crypto Academy itself is not focused on promoting Bitcash Pay. We are actually promoting people to invest in many other projects that have great use cases in the future. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and those other coins that are promising as well. Because most people are so hyped right now with these new tokens and new coins, and the problem is they don't have use cases. And so we wanted that is included in the education for this community.
Last thing I want to ask about, what does the rest of 2021 look like in terms of the roadmap? What's coming up?
In the roadmap, yes, we actually have two projects or two features that are not previously mentioned. Those are the Launchpad and the 3D game. But the 3D game will be handled by different groups of developers.
Hmm.
So there is no problem with are we going to stop or delay other projects. When it comes to the roadmap, we are actually preparing ourselves for the bear market, and we don't know when it's going to come. It could be this year, it could be next year, it could be in 2 years. So we are trying to prepare the community into this bear market, and we do believe that the Crypto Academy will have a huge impact. I don't know, but most people do not trade on the bear market. They don't invest. So
Right.
it's a good time to educate themselves, and they could also share their knowledge and experiences to this newbie or these people who are getting interested in cryptocurrency.
We've been speaking with Troy Denya, who's the Chief Operating Officer at BitCashPay, and you can find out more at bitcashpay.net, and we've put a link in the description for the video as well. Troy, thank you so much for your time today and talking to us about this.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you for having us here.